Truly, the real you loves you. 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 Truly.
All right, all right, all right. Truly, the real you loves you because the real you is love. Oh my God, it's New Year's Eve, and we are so delighted and happy that we made it to the last moment, only to begin again.
Oh my goodness.
Well, welcome all of you out there, and this is our New Year's Eve edition of Truly Live. And my name is Oliver, and to my right is my partner and my wife and friend, and her name is
Yolanda.
And we're the OK Blues. And welcome to episode 22 of Truly Live, your weekly digital virtual broadcasting where we come and we share information and inspiration.
Transformation and encouragement.
Yes, and encouragement. And so we're so happy to be here
How about
tonight.
give me just a little bit more volume.
And
so I
thank
don't
you
have to-
so much for joining
so
us.
I don't have to yell. Thank you.
Yolanda wants more volume.
A little more.
And what Yolanda wants, Oliver gives her.
Oh, I'm going to remember this.
So welcome everyone. Thank you for being here tonight with us. It is such an exciting time to be alive and to be well, to be at peace and have goodwill. And so we're so glad that you have joined us tonight. If you're here for the first time, or if you're just here in our presence, we'd like to know. So why don't you take a moment and first of all, like and share this video, and then how about taking a moment to go to the chat and just share with us your name and where you may be viewing this broadcast from.
Sue says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well,
All
Sue.
right.
And then our great friends, Bob and Carol, say, God bless 2021. God bless 2022. And we're excited about that.
All right. And I know you're going to be wanting some chats, right?
Absolutely.
See if I can't turn this thing out of the picture.
So hello, everyone, and welcome, as Oliver has said. And let's see who we've got on.
Okay. Let's get some chats going here.
It's very warm in here tonight.
I got the air conditioner on.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where you're residing, but here in the Southeast, we are having a heat wave. And so I had to, yes, turn the air conditioner on.
I'm not complaining about the warm weather, though.
Okay, I'm working on getting you some.
I thought we'd already
chats
done
here.
that.
You know how this technology is. Okay, also like to welcome, who's that, Naomi?
That's Naomi.
Yes, we'd like to welcome Naomi and Felicia. These are great friends of mine, as well as we are ministry partners. And I welcome you to.
So hello.
Thank you for joining
Yes,
us
so
tonight.
hello,
Yes.
Naomi, and Happy New Year's Eve
Yes.
to you as well, Naomi. And good evening, Felicia.
All right. Well, this is such a historic moment, I guess you might say,
Okay.
as well as such a happy moment for us too, and hopefully that is for our audience out there. But if you again are with us for the first time, you might be asking, who?
Virginia Carter is on with us.
Well, hello.
She says Happy New Year's.
Well, hello, Virginia, and Happy New
Yes.
Year's to you. And you know what? These viewers could have chosen to do other things tonight, but they chose to be with us, and I'm happy about that.
I'm happy and grateful about that too.
Yes, so happy and grateful. Thank you, Carol and Bob, for that wonderful uh, uh, message you sent to Yolanda and I today. And you always seem to send us messages at the right time.
Yes.
And we love you so much.
And every time is the right time.
Yeah, I hope you guys
Here,
are.
let's let you wipe your, because
Oh, okay.
you're kind of warm
Good.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're under these lights, you know.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
but hopefully you guys are enjoying some unseasonable weather up in Indiana. And but there's a lot going
Or
on,
wherever.
or wherever you are.
And for everyone else.
Yeah.
That was just for Bob and Carol.
Yeah, there's
But,
there's a lot going on.
yeah.
We know globally, a lot going on nationally, and let's just start out by giving some special shout outs tonight. First of all, we always like to start by acknowledging our patrons, and we thank you so much for not only being with us but supporting us.
Yes.
And you may be asking, what is a patron? Well, a patron is one that has found value in what we're doing, and they have become partners with us in this endeavor, and they help us now. They support us with in so many ways, financially, in their presence, and they help us to, be able to create this content and share this content around the world.
Yes.
And so we always like to acknowledge
Our expansion.
our patrons. And well, this.
You're going to wipe your neck. 'cause
Okay.
You're really wet.
Okay.
On the other side as well.
Okay.
On the other side as well.
Yolanda said I'm
There-
perspiring.
Well, I just said that you were shining. That's
Oh,
all I
shining.
said. But oh
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right. We also like to acknowledge our New Year's Eve birthdays tonight. Two special ones
That we know of.
that we know of. Special. First of all, my oldest son, Brooks Oliver. Happy birthday to Brooks, and also to my second oldest sister, Barbara. And we just love these family members, and we just celebrate with them. We
Yes.
spoke with them earlier today, and what a timing to have a birthday and bring it in the new year. And
That's what Brooks has always said. He said,
yeah,
look, he said, everybody wants to celebrate with me.
everybody
So,
wants to
yeah.
celebrate with me and him. Well, back in 1987, when he was born, I celebrated because he came just in time for me to put him on my tax and get the full-year refund.
Okay, so listen, before you finish with those, we've got a few other people that are joining us. So the pastors from Cornerstone are on with us.
Oh,
so hello
my God. Well, hello.
to Pastor and co-pastor Sawyer.
Yes.
Hello to you guys. And Pamela King. I'm not certain how to pronounce her last name, but she says Happy New Year's. And Virginia Carter. Let's see.
Hey, Virginia. All right.
Oh, and Carol says happy birthday to our oldest son and to your
Brooks.
sister.
Yeah.
And this is happy birthday to everyone else who has a birthday. Those are just the folks that we know.
Yeah. If you know somebody that's celebrating their birthday today and you want us to give them a shout out, just put it in the chat and we'll do it. All right. Also want to acknowledge our medical community,
Yes.
as well as our first responders and all of the essential workers. We have gone through a very challenging year as a country and worldwide. And there's been a tremendous amount of, I won't say so much sacrifice. There's just been a tremendous amounts of responsibility placed on this group of workers. And tonight, Yolanda and I, and all of you, I'm sure, would just like to recognize their efforts, recognize their dedication and devotion to the field that they're in. Because without these people, man, really, things could really come to a screeching halt.
And we want to say thank you.
And we
very
want to
much.
say thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yeah.
And we honor you.
We appreciate
And
them.
we appreciate all the work that you do. We also like to hold our thoughts and prayers tonight for those who were impacted by the windstorms and the fires in the Midwest on yesterday. That is not anything that any of us would like to experience. But it is what has transpired on yesterday. If you're not aware, tremendous wind and tremendous fires as a result of that spread. And so we just hold a space for those people,
Yes.
and we just give acknowledgement to them.
Yes. And we're going to say hello to Laverne, who is watching.
Well,
She
hello,
says,
Laverne.
hello and Happy New Year.
All
Hello and
right.
Happy New Year to you as well.
All
Laverne.
right. Well, we're going to move on to the next segment. You guys know we always like to start out the beginning of our broadcast in a state of gratitude.
Yes.
You ask, what is gratitude? Gratitude is simply being in a state of thankfulness and also having a readiness to show appreciation and to return kindness. And we have found out through our experience and through our training that gratitude is one of the fastest ways to move energy,
Yes.
to create an environment, to change a mood.
Yes.
And I'm a witness to that. That is the way to make it happen and happen quickly.
Yes.
And you don't have to buy gratitude.
No.
And earlier we made a few statements about gratitude, and you told me what was your favorite one that was in here.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't remember. But
I don't remember.
while she's looking there, how about if you would like to express your gratitude for something or someone or someplace, just put it in the chat and we'll give you a shout out with that. I'm sure all of us are just grateful to be experiencing the end of 2021. There are millions that did not have that experience. Millions. And we are still here, and we're grateful for that.
So let's just review let's just quickly go over some of these.
Okay, cool.
Because the power of gratitude is one of the practices that's very easy and it's incredibly powerful for us, and it does impact change. So let's just go over a few of the things that gratitude is. And your first one, that's the one that he says all the time.
Oh, being thankful for everything.
I say it's one of the highest forms of thought and means to connect us with life.
Gratitude generates a flow of abundance.
Activates the voice of our intuition.
Gratitude stills the chatter in our minds.
I like this one. Raises our awareness.
It replaces anxiety.
Stimulates our happy self.
It directs our thoughts from fear to love.
Has positive effect on our health and well-being.
Gratitude puts us in harmony with an abundance mindset.
An abundant mindset. I like that one too. Activates our giving nature.
It opens up new possibilities.
Brings clarity and solutions to light.
It connects us to our infinite self.
And it promotes assurance and certainty.
All right.
I like those.
I like them all.
I do. I like them all.
And so we encourage you to practice gratitude in your life. We know you probably already do that. But if you want a little bit more love, a little bit more joy, a little bit more happiness, gratitude is the way to just elevate that energy.
Yeah. So Carol says that, let me see here, that she's thankful for her grandson, Bryce. He had a 54-minute, they had a 54-minute phone chat. That is
goodness.
Lovely. That is lovely.
Wow. Well, he's certainly conversational.
Love it. Love it. And she also, let's see. And Sue says that she is grateful for awareness.
And grateful for all family and friends that love her.
Oh, yes. I love that one too.
Thank you, Sue. So continue to put your gratitude statements in the chat, but we're going to continue to move.
Felicia says that she is grateful she's here and alive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, I got to watch this because as I turn away from the mic, I get a little quieter.
Yeah.
All right.
Any others?
Yeah, that's all of those that have been posted.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our next segment, and we always like to put at the beginning of our broadcast a segment to inspire you and to encourage you. So this is called our inspiration and encouragement segment. And tonight we are going to share with you an inspirational quote, or in the form of a few statements that normally we go out in the universe and we find some statement of encouragement and inspiration that we love, but tonight we decided to create our own.
Oh my goodness. So one of our super viewers
And
and patrons is with us. It's Catherine Blue. That's my mother-in-law. That's Oliver's mom.
And that's Mom. Hey, Mom.
And she says, Happy New Year to my family and everyone.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Happy New Year to you, Mother.
Way to go.
And Yolanda and I are so blessed to have you in our life. And you are such an inspiration to us. And thank you for being here.
Oh my goodness. Praveen Farmer is watching. Hello,
All
Praveen.
right. Well, hello, Praveen.
This is our Indian family.
And to the entire Farmer family.
Wow.
From the OK Blues to the Farmers, we say Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year.
We
to
love
you
you so much.
guys.
Thank you
Yes.
for popping in on us. Haven't seen you in a while. We must make it happen in 2022.
Yes.
All right.
Wow, that's very special.
Yes, absolutely.
We used to spend a lot of time with them. And
yes,
so,
yes.
We're looking forward to being able to do that again.
Oh, absolutely.
Carol said, Hi, Oliver's mom. Hi, Oliver's mom. Blessings to you. Let's get that up there.
All right.
So Grandma Blue, they're shouting you out again.
Well, tonight's inspirational statement is very special. And it goes like this. It says, love and peace and happiness aren't experienced by establishing them as a resolution or by setting them as a goal, neither by praying for them to be manifested in your life. Rather, love, peace, and happiness are experienced as you rediscover or recognize that these qualities are intrinsic within your very own nature, which is called the true self, as it's being spoken in different communities, or what we call it is the real you.
The real you.
The real you that loves you, says that these are recognized and rediscovered as qualities that are intrinsic in your very nature. They are who you are.
Yes.
Love, peace, and happiness. It says love, peace, and happiness is who you are. It's who you are. The knowing of this reality is the experience of them. So to experience love, joy, and peace is to know them,
Yes.
to be your very own self. Therefore, we cease to seek for what we already have present within us.
Already have present.
And this quote comes from none other than Oliver K. Blue Jr.
Oh, wow. That's you.
I wrote that this afternoon just for this episode. And-
Let's see. Hazel Boatwright has joined us.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so
and
much,
She
Hazel.
says, hello, Blues. Your smiles are blue electric.
Blue Electric.
Blue Electric.
All right. It's the electric. That's the song, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, thank you, Hazel. They are authentic. We're not smiling just because our outward circumstances are perfect, but we're smiling because we know
wow.
who we are.
This is an exciting one. Alice, our daughter-in-law, is
Oh,
watching.
all
Hello,
right. Well, hello,
Alice.
Alice.
Woo-hoo.
Wow. Hello, Alice, who is not only our daughter-in-law, but she's also a patron.
Yes, that's a patron.
And
We love
so
her.
thank you for being with us and believing in us and investing in us and what you see and what you hear. And it is the return on your investment for all of
Yes.
our patrons.
Yes.
And we thank you so much. And we have worked diligently behind the scenes in 2021. For those who don't know, we started these live broadcasts back on June 30th. And so we've been working really diligently along with our other partner of Truly Live, my son, Justin, to
I love how tonight all the kids are just his kids. You know, Brooks was his son.
Oh,
Now
did I-
Justin is
did I-
his son.
I didn't include you.
It's okay. I carried him. It's all right.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. But he was like, my
Well,
son.
I want to be factually accurate.
I love factual accuracy.
So our son, Justin,
Thank you so very much. Our son Brooks.
and our son Brooks, and
Okay.
our daughter Kristen. We can't leave her out.
Yes, yes, yes.
And thank you. We have worked diligently behind the scenes to produce
I know.
a show that is representative, represented with quality and with information that is relevant, and to create this vibration, to create an environment that people from anywhere who tune into us from around the world can come and sit with us for an hour and have a different experience. If you're not, if what your day has been overbearing or challenging, or whatever may be going on in a person's life.
Or if you want expansion,
Uh,
if you want
Absolutely.
growth,
Absolutely.
if you are seeking results that different results,
Right. Results
so
that
results
matter.
that truly, sincerely matter to you.
Right.
So this is what this time is for. It's for us to be. This transformation time is for us to be on our growing edge together.
Yes. And this Truly Live is, it's a twofold purpose. We put great emphasis on people coming to know their true self.
Yes.
We call it the real you.
Yes.
That's why we branded this Truly. The real you loves you, because the real you is love.
Yes.
From our experience and from our training, we understand that is first. Like Dr. Covey said, first things first. First thing is that we need to acknowledge ourselves,
Yes.
the true self. And so we place a lot of emphasis on sharing with you realities that we have experienced and that we have been taught and that we have tested, that are timeless, that are eternal, that has to do with the identification of the human species. And we have identified that is not only what is most needed, but it is at the root of most of the problems that we see in the world, a lack of identity. When we don't realize that we are all part of this one shared being, and that we are all connected, and it can't be unaltered, it can't be changed. We are intrinsically one. We are divinely connected in every way. When we realize that, then the way we see ourselves, the way we see our neighbor being our fellow human being, and the way that we perceive the world would be in a more loving, compassionate way that would basically eliminate a lot of the trauma and drama, a lot of the ugliness and destruction that we see that is front and center in our lives today. Mm-hmm. So we're here one emphasis again. We emphasize the identity, and then our second focus is on helping you to consider possibilities in your life for growth and expansion.
Yes.
And getting involved with that through learning these principles of transformation.
Yes. Naomi said that the true self is everything. Yes.
Oh, yes. I will agree with that, Naomi. I would say it's the only thing. You can put me on record to say that knowing the true self is the only thing.
Right.
All right. And everything else just is a perception, or everything else just is a dance in that knowing. We provide the stage for all of life's activities. There's nothing will happen without us. And when we understand that it is all coming from us, it's not coming to us, but it is all a projection that comes from our very being.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to move on to the main segment of our broadcast. We call it Truly Life Lessons.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we got another visitor.
Another one, not another visitor, but there's another special person that's on here. Susan Telford is watching all the
Susan,
way, all the way from Scotland.
Oh my goodness. And it's got to be at least early in the morning.
Oh, welcome,
Well,
Susan, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
This
you,
is
Susan.
great. She says Happy New Year. Is it New Year there
Yes,
already?
it's New Year's there because
It's
they're
New Year's there
six or 7 hours ahead of us.
Oh, well, you know what? I
So
I
it's
actually know what
already
it is.
New Year's in
Wow.
Scotland. And Susan, the thing about her, I was on the broadcast this morning, and Susan was interviewing Lisa.
She said it's 2022 there
Yes.
already. Oh,
And
wow.
she said in their culture, they can't say Happy New Year until it's
Until
actually
it's
Happy
actually the New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Oh, wow.
She said they make another statement. Susan, put that statement in the comments what you guys make prior to the New Year. So we can make that statement now because we're still waiting on the clock to hit midnight.
That's right.
1 second
it's-
after.
Yeah.
But thank you for showing up, Susan. We love you so much.
Yes.
Look forward to
we do.
working with you and the Teachers of God Foundation in 2022.
Yes.
All right.
right. Wow. Wow. Wow.
All right. Well,
This is like Christmas
this
all
is,
over
oh,
again.
absolutely. And
I love
this
it.
is kind of how I had envisioned tonight to go, that we would just all just come together in the spirit of celebration, in the spirit of
Oh, so Susan said they say Happy Hogmanay.
Yeah.
Hogmanay.
Happy Hogmanay. Yes.
Hogmanay.
Yes.
Ooh, I am butchering that. Okay, so I should have looked that up beforehand.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's what the Englishmen,
The Scottish.
Scottish,
The Scottish.
that's
folks
their
say.
tradition. Can't say Happy New Year until the clock passes 12 o'clock. But
Rob-
it is New Year. in
Robin Bridges
Scotland.
has joined us as
Well,
well.
hello,
Welcome,
Robin. Thank you for
All right, so we're
coming.
getting into tonight's Truly Life lesson.
Yeah, we've already been into
Well, I'm sorry.
it.
I got very excited there.
Tonight, Truly
Oh,
Life
she said I said it right. Happy Hogmanay.
Hogmanay. All right. Happy Hogmanay to you Americans.
You know, Susan, I'm reading the latest book from the Outlander series, you know, and it has to do with
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that history and culture and stuff over there in Scotland. And so I'm all back into it.
All right. Well, tonight's Truly Life lesson, basically, we're just closing up our series tonight that we started back the 1st of December when we started a series on peace and goodwill.
Mhm.
And we've kind of hit that subject of peace and goodwill in our last 3 episodes. And I think all of us have benefited from what has been shared, and just coming through the Christmas holiday, we all had an opportunity to practice being around families and friends. I'm sure is always the best classroom for us to practice being our best self.
Yes.
And so we started this series out by saying that, we chose that because of the historical proclamation of peace and goodwill to all men, which was spoken historically, as the story goes, by a host of angels when there was the pronouncement of the birth of Christ, or Christ consciousness. And the angels came and heralded out this proclamation that this birth represents peace on earth and goodwill towards men. So that has so much significance to us, Yolanda and I, in meaning that we chose to talk about peace and goodwill during the month of December.
Mhm.
And initially, we said that peace was defined as the absence of conflict or the absence of disturbance. Um, by definition. But we concluded that real peace comes from the knowing of ourselves.
Yes.
That when we come to know our true self as peace, that is the absolute knowing of peace and the experience of peace itself. And I would have to say that is absolutely true for my life, because for a long time in my teen year, well, mostly in my young adult years, I struggled with peace. I've mentioned this before. I struggled with identity. And so I know what it is to be without it. And you got someone on there you like to shout out as?
I do. So Erica Blunt Walker, our
Oh my
niece,
goodness.
is on tonight. She said, I sincerely love the diversity of your broadcast. Not only does it provide divine understanding of self, it spreads the peace and goodwill in unity. Oh wow. Love you, Erica. And
Thank you,
so much for saying
Erica.
that. Raphael Hauser is watching as well. So welcome, Raphael.
Well, what's up, Raphael? You know, Raphael is a Ram, a classmate.
Well, hello, Ram.
Thank you for
Hello,
joining
fellow
us
Ram.
tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. So part of my experience was a time in my young adult years when I struggled with identity, which produced fear, and there was no sustained peace in my life during that period. But it was the recognition or the coming to know my true identity that brought on the experience of peace for my own personal life. So I'm not just talking about something that I read. I'm sharing with you my evolution, and I'm totally convinced about again that it is peace is the knowing that peace was always present in my life, always present. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then we talked about we said the goodwill we defined goodwill as having a noble reputation of friendliness, kindness, and cheerfulness.
Mm-hmm.
And but as we've gone through the study, we've realized that there is no goodwill without peace.
Without peace, that's right.
Peace, you can't get the cart before the horse. That goodwill actually is.
Well, the cart is not going anywhere if it's before the horse.
If it's before the horse, that's right. And so what we have shared in our own experience and our own training is that goodwill basically is the outpouring or the expression of the recognition that you are peace.
Yes.
And that you are love, and that you are happiness. Well, who's dropped in tonight? See, that's what happens. And see, that's what happened when you really put emphasis on gratitude. You put gratitude out in the atmosphere, and there's no telling who may show up, what may happen. So go ahead and tell me there's someone else that dropped in on us.
This is a good golfing buddy of Oliver's. It's Rick Hodges.
Oh. Well, hello, my brother Rick. How you doing? And happy
and
New
welcome.
Year. Yeah, welcome. Happy New Year to you and your family. Yeah, that is a golfing buddy that goes back a long way. And I haven't seen him in a while. So thanks, Rick, for joining us tonight for this New Year's edition of Truly Live.
We're going to have to get some golf scheduled for you guys.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. And so as we become more aware of the peace that we are, not the peace that we're looking for, but the peace that we are, the more goodwill we will extend to all humanity.
And that's because once we recognize that we are peace, then we recognize and see that peace in other people.
Oh, absolutely.
It's what the namaste means. Namaste means the spirit
or the divinity
or the divinity,
in me.
the creator, the creation in me recognizes spirit, divinity, creation in you.
Oh my God. So just think about how much kinder
Yes.
and compassionate this world would be if all humanity embraced that perception that everybody,
Well, it's
that-
not even a perception, it's the awareness.
It's the
If all
awareness.
humanity had the awareness
yeah,
that
that we all
peace is actually who we are.
is who we are, and that and it's not your piece and then Yolanda's piece and my piece, but it is a shared
It
piece
is
that
a
we
shared
all
piece,
share.
yes.
Just like who we really are is, as love and peace and happiness is not yours or mine. It's not a personal thing, but it is a shared. It is a shared life that we all share. There's, and when I embrace this oneness reality that we're talking about, that all of us share the same life, we share the same breath, we share the same being, we share the same love. That it's not multiple,
And it's because we all come from that one source.
because we all
That-
share the
that
same one
that's
source.
right,
That
one
is the
source.
one life that we all
Yeah.
share, but we're just individuated expressions of that one source. That was a game changer for me.
Yes.
You talking about peace and happiness and joy and smiling all the time. Let me say this. I think this is a good place to say this. We got
Okay.
time?
Yes, we have time.
We have time.
Yes.
Yeah. When you see what you see with Yolanda and I when we are on this broadcast is who we are. I mean, we're not putting on airs about being this happy-go-lucky people. I mean, Yolanda and I have our challenges too. I mean, in the sense that we have to practice our beingness. We have to practice who we are. And so we're not putting on airs with this with what we communicate or how we communicate. I mean, this is who I am. Most of you, if you ran across me out in the street or in the post office or anywhere, you're going to see the remaining 20 some teeth I have in my mouth. I'm just happy all the time, and my happiness is not because of my external circumstances or my conditions, or what's in my bank account, or that Yolanda is doing well. My happiness doesn't come from the outside. My happiness is my knowing of myself.
Yes.
To know yourself to me is the ultimate, because the result of that is this expression.
Yes.
Is the expression. That's what we're all here to do and to be, to express that one life, that one energy that is all love. And so we are here because we are so convicted about the experience of knowing ourselves, as well as the knowledge of knowing ourselves, and to be able to share this in this time in history where I believe it's most needed. We feel this is the most important thing that we can do in life. And so we're so happy that you guys come in each week and be with us to help, to encourage us and to support us, because we're new at this, but we've been preparing for this for a long time. As we look back upon our life,
We're new at this
at the broadcast,
Yeah,
this
at
platform,
this
yes, and
but not new at this practice.
but not new at the practice. This is new, to
So
step.
I'm going to put this up here because one of our patrons has made a comment. Knowing thyself. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the one I meant to do. That's Oliver's statement, but that's not the one I meant to do. I meant to put this one up. Sue said, when I focus on my awareness instead of my experience, I find peace.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And when you come from a place of peace, you easily can distinguish the activities of your life from your identity.
Yes.
And so we're going to move.
So you said that we have challenges, and it's not so much that we have challenges as it is occasionally there's the like a miscommunication, or and then we also can have a spirited conversation without there being and still have respect for each and love for each other.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and I think that, people may misunderstand that just because we don't agree with each other it doesn't mean that it's an argument. It just means that we don't agree.
Right.
And we've been doing this long enough. We've been
Absolutely.
doing this long enough we've been married for 31 years. So we've been doing this long enough that, we can disagree. And like I said, still remain respectful and
Absolutely.
remain in love.
Absolutely.
And I don't mind a spirited conversation.
You love a spirited
I actually
conversation.
enjoy a spirited conversation. So
Yes, I am the peacemaker
he is not the peace. This
in
is
the
the
home.
this is the conflict creator. Okay, he says he's the peacemaker, but he's the one that creates. He stirs stuff. He creates stuff. But I mean, it's
Absolutely,
it's all
because I want to stretch us.
it's all good.
There's so much more.
But he's not. But he's not the peacemaker. He says, and he's been saying that for years. But he's not the peacemaker.
There's so much more that we can bring forth.
He doesn't like conflict.
And so I like to.
But
say,
he doesn't mind creating chaos.
So I like to say, let's get to our growing edge. And so I pull her along. Come on, we got to do this.
I don't have to be pulled. I'm a willing participant.
She is very willing. She is very willing. And thank you so much. So we're playful. Like we said in our first broadcast, that Yolanda and I are dance loving, even though we hadn't got to dance almost going on 3 years now because of the damn panic.
Well, we haven't gotten to dance out in public,
right?
But we dance.
Well, we dance at home, yeah. But you know what I mean.
When
we go out, we dance, and
So
when we go out, like we missed the Christmas party. This is the third year in a row. But like when we go out, and dance like that, I mean, I'm completely soaking wet because we don't leave the floor. We're the happiest. We're the funniest.
This is actually the second year because we did the 20.
Okay, yes, second year.
We did 2019.
So, right.
It was 2020,
So
and then they didn't have it in 2020.
So,
but we had the opportunity to go dancing in 2021, which would have been earlier this month. But I had those symptoms, and so he stayed here with me. So,
yeah, but
thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, but if you caught us out at a party or a dance or something like that, you would say, "Who is that couple?"
Mm-hmm.
We love to dance.
Oh, yeah.
So we're dance loving, we're fun loving, we're just happy. We're just joyous. We love people. We love people, and we love to see people do well.
And exactly. We love to celebrate.
We love to celebrate people doing well, and we love to offer a helping hand to those that are willing, who need help, that are struggling. And we know that when there's a struggle, that in many cases it's just an absence of awareness.
Yes.
And that if we can help someone to expand their awareness or insight about a matter, a lot of time they can find the solution, because the solution is always in the trauma, the drama, the problem, the challenge.
What we would call a problem.
Yeah, these are just titles, but again.
And instead we call that, instead of it being trauma, drama, problem, we see that as feedback.
We see it as feedback. Yeah, when I'm tasked with something and I feel not adequate, maybe, or challenged with the challenge, that just lets me know that I've just gotten to my growing edge. Yes. There's something that if I knew the knowing of it, I would move forward.
Yes.
And so it's all about awareness.
Yes.
All about awareness.
All about awareness.
So, want to stop at this juncture and change the pace just a little, and just want to, with the new year coming on, we know that for a lot of people, it's not a happy time. Again, that's because of the knowing or the not knowing. But we wanted to just stop here and just acknowledge the fact that we are moving into a new year, new calendar year, because to us, we treat every day as the same, every year is the same in the sense that it's 24 hours in a day. Our goal is to get up and be the best expression of ourselves, regardless of the month or the date or the year.
Yes.
And we'll do that, in this realm as long as we still have these bodies to be the expression in.
Yes.
And when we no longer have the body to express here on this level, we'll just put our awareness somewhere else, because we will eternally be aware.
Yes.
There's never a time that we haven't been. There's never a time that you will never be. You are an eternal being, and you will always be aware of some dimension. And so while we're here, we're going to make the best of it.
Exactly.
Yes. So what we wanted to just put out here right now is knowing that 2022 is right upon us. People always use that time for reflection, introspection, and we said in the quote that, peace and love and happiness does not come from making resolutions. I mean, we've made resolutions. People have made resolutions and there's been no change. And we also said that it doesn't come from just goal setting.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can't pray peace and love and happiness into your life, but that it really comes from a recognition of that you are already that.
Yes.
Boy, that's really simple. That you're already that. So what we want to do is just ask the question, because we all ask ourselves the question. How do you ask yourself the question, how do you want to show up in 2022? So I'm just putting this question out there because we posed the question to ourselves. How do you want to show up in 2022? What is it that you would love to express? What is it that you'd love to give, to be, to do,
To have, to express, to create.
Yeah. In 2022?
Yeah.
So if I ask that question, I put this question out there because all of us already asked that. We've already thinking about, what do I want to be different in 2022? Because, we said it in previous broadcasts that, some people live 80 years, right? And then there are some people that live what?
There's some people that live 1 year, 80 years. And then there's some people that live each year of those 80 years.
That's right.
So some people live just 1 year over and over and over
Over
again.
and over and over, getting the same results, having the same
Yeah.
experience, being stuck in their expression. But that doesn't have to be.
Yeah. So Robin Bridges says, the less anger, stress, and bitterness in our temples, then there's more room for peace, joy, and happiness. There must be a cleansing in the temple of God's people. Susan said, when you asked the question, how do you want to show up in the world in 2022? Susan said she wants to show up as the living expression of love's presence.
Yes.
That is so beautiful. Yeah.
So what Susan is saying is she wants to show up as her true, authentic self.
True, authentic self.
That's who you are. Because when you, again, going back to the identification, once you welcome, once you embrace, once you accept the true identity that this is who you already are, then you remove your focus. The focus is easily removed from anger and bitterness.
Yes, stress.
And stress.
Yeah.
See, the focus is on anger, bitterness, and stress,
which are really distractions.
which are distractions.
Those are distractions.
Those are the blocks to keep us from knowing
Yeah.
who we really are.
Those are the blocks to love's presence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once we come to the acknowledgement that love and joy and peace and happiness is at at the core of who we are, that so that we don't have to now go out and try to find it
Mhm.
or try to manufacture it or try to do something to have the experience of it. We realize that that's who we are. Then we begin to operate from that place of peace and joy and happiness. Okay, and that's where the focus become the focus, because everything in our daily lives is based on decision after decision.
Yes.
In every moment, we're making decisions. How we're going to be, how we're going to react, how we're going to show up. So if it's already settled in you that I am happiness, that I am joy, that I am peace, that I am loving, then regardless of what anyone else or any circumstance may present, we've already determined
Yes.
our response.
And so because we've already decided, that, and we've already acknowledged and accepted that I am love, joy, peace, happiness, I am love. When the opportunity comes for me to respond, to react in a way that's contrary to that, I can say, well, that's not
Yeah.
the experience
That's not the
that
experience.
I'm wanting to
That's
have,
right.
because I'm love, joy, peace,
That's right.
happiness, I'm love.
That's not the
So
way.
I'm not going to respond.
That's not the way you
yeah,
want to show up
That's
in the
not the way I
world,
want to show up in the world.
regardless of what anyone else does,
Yes.
because I can only.
Hello, Barbara Dixon. This is another
Hey,
fellow Ram. This
Barbara,
is a
all
classmate
right.
of
Yeah.
mine. Hello, Barbara.
I can only
Welcome.
be in
So good to see you.
control. I can only be responsible for me.
Yes. Yes.
Only.
Yes.
It's only. Doesn't matter how much madness, how much hatred.
Yeah.
No matter how much inequality, no matter how much, how much contrary to happiness and joy and love and peace that come up in my daily walk, no matter how much it does. The one thing I know, it can't destroy me.
That's right.
It can't destroy me. And when I say it can't destroy me, I'm not talking about the body. I'm saying it can't destroy me, who is happiness and joy and peace
And love.
and love, because
Yeah.
I was that before I got into a body.
That's right.
That's who we all were before we came here. But the remembrance of that is what we are on this journey to remember, or to but recognize.
Yes.
There's a statement in the Course in Miracles said that to wake up or to be enlightened is but a recognition.
It's but a recognition
It's but a recognition of the truth.
who
Yeah.
we really are.
So
Yeah.
it's not some euphoric experience that we're looking to have. It's not some, just waiting on, something, heaven to open up, or waiting
Or for everything to line up. just
everything
like
to
it's
line up.
supposed
If
to.
you're waiting
Yeah.
for everything to line up in your life, you probably won't never move off first base. If Yolanda and I waited until what we thought was the right time to start this weekly broadcast, we'd have never got started.
Or to begin anything.
This is just an example.
to begin
just to start this
anything.
broadcast.
Because there are going to always be those things that appear to be
That always the appearance
the challenge, or
Right.
I'm not ready. There's
something's
there's
not gonna
always there.
support you.
Yeah.
And those appearances are not out there. Those appearances are actually coming from your own thoughts.
Those are actually our own paradigms.
That's our own fears,
Those are
our
those
own paradigms.
yeah. So
That's right.
those are the thoughts that we've been hearing based on the conditioning that we've had. Those
Right.
things we've already heard other people say, or oh my goodness, it really is Christmas. My best friend Sheila Blue.
Well, hello, Sheila.
That's my sister in love.
Yes.
That's She's just like a sister to me. Hello, I love her
Yes.
dearly. See, that's the person that makes me feel loved and that celebrates me.
Yes.
I love her dearly.
Well, sweetie, we're gonna have to stop
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
Yeah, because you see the time. We're already on top of the hour.
Are we doing the Dalai Lama loving kindness?
We
Shall
are
I?
going to finish with that. But before we get to that, thank you so much for listening to Truly
Shall I
Life
get our-
Lessons. And yeah, she's gonna pour some. We're gonna have our celebration with our live audience before we go off the air. Since we're not going to be with you at the strike of midnight, we're going to have our 2022 celebratory drink with you. So if you want to grab a drink and have a toast with us, we're going to toast into the new year. Speaking of the new year, we are going to our next episode of Truly Live is going to be next Friday, January the 7th. And on that episode, it's going to include a special guest who is a tax expert. And he's going to be on. We're going to be interviewing him, and he's going to be sharing with us his knowledge and experience and giving us some tips in terms of tax. I know that's one thing that a lot of us like to avoid, but it is a part of life. And so we're going to bring Chris on, and he's going to be with us next Friday and going to be sharing with us some things that can be helpful to us. Also, we want to share that that on January the 22nd of 2022, we're going to have what we call a vision workshop. Yolanda and I will be facilitating the workshop. It's going to be virtual, and we will be putting out the details of that on how you can sign up to be a part of that by next Friday. But you can put on your calendar Saturday, January 22nd from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 2 hours. We're going to be sharing in depth. You want to get in this because we're going to go in depth. It is a very participatory workshop on transformation. And also our guest in February is a yoga and mindfulness instructor. And so we're looking forward to Jeff coming on in February and sharing with us some things that can be.
Jeff Bailey, the creator of Avita.
Avita Yoga.
A-V-I-T-A
Yes, you don't want
Yoga.
to miss that. So as you see, we got some exciting things planned for the show, and we want you to be a part of that. And with that said, we always like to close our broadcast and our episodes out by
The blessing.
sharing a blessing with our audience and
Yes.
all people around the world. And we chose to use the loving kindness meditation by none other than the Dalai Lama.
Yes.
And so
So we bless all of you who have joined with us and those that you hold dear in your heart.
and we say, may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
And then Oliver and I add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. We extend this blessing to every being on the planet.
And so thank you so much for being with us tonight. It has been a joy. Oh my God.
Yes.
And the next
2021 has been there have been tremendous blessings
tremendous blessings.
in 2021, and we look forward to. Let me just say this: may you have the gift of peace in 2022.
Yes, the gift of peace, which is who you are.
Yes.
Have the gift of yourself.
Yes.
Yes. So with that said, we're going to toast out here. This is to love, happiness, and peace in 2022, and that you show up exactly the way
Yes.
you have designed and planned to. We love you so much. Take it, tell us. All right.
Oh, that is so nasty.
All right.
Oh my God, that's
All right.
terrible, guys.
All right.
Yuck.
So
All right.
thank you so much. Thank you. And with that, we say,
Susan says, love you guys. We love you too, Susan. Thank you so much for being on. And Happy New Year in Scotland.
Yes. And with that, we said, my name is Oliver.
I'm Yolanda, and we're the OK Blues.
Bye-bye. Happy New Year. We love you. Until next time.